Welcome to Rohini Tech Talk. So I am Dr. K. Shanti, Professor, Head of the Department, Computer Science and Engineering. I am going to present in this video about Object-Oriented Programming, Unit 1. So this course provides the introduction to Object-Oriented Programming using the Java programming language. So the main objective is to know about the basic concepts and technique which forms the object-oriented programming. After completing the course, the student will be able to know about the model of object-oriented programming like abstract data type, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and about the fundamental features of object-oriented language like object, class, interface, exceptions, inheritance, polymorphism, etc. And also a student will be able to find the suitable logic for solving the problem and able to write the code that the logic as a program written in Java, and they will be able to test and augment and prepare the professional looking package for each business project. So next we will see about the syllabus. So the syllabus we are having first object-oriented programming, OOPS in Java, characteristics of Java, Java environment, Java source file structure and compilation, fundamental programming structure in Java, defining class in Java, static members, commands, data type, variable, operators, control flow, arrays, packages. So the each and every topic is taken as a separate video, and the videos will be available in Rohini Tech Talk. So the textbook that are for the course CS3391. Now the topic, introduction of object-oriented programming. So objective that the student will be able to know the concept of abstraction, object, class, encapsulation, inheritance and polymorphism. Okay. Next, object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm based on the concept of object. And the data are in the form of field, which is known as attribute or data member, and the code that is in the form of procedure, often known as method or member function. And OOPS is an approach that provides way of modularizing the program. Next, we have to know about abstraction. So it is one of the key concept of object-oriented programming, and its main goal is to handle the complexity by hiding the unnecessary details from the user. Okay, so this enables the user to implement more complex logic on the top of the provided abstraction without understanding about all the hidden complexity. So a powerful way to manage abstraction is through the use of hierarchical classification. This allows us to layer the semantics of complex system, breaking them into more manageable pieces. So hierarchical abstraction of complex system can also be applied to computer program. The data from a traditional process-oriented program can be transformed by abstraction into its component object. And a sequence of steps can become a collection of messages between these objects, and each of these objects describe its own unique behavior. Okay, we can treat these objects as a concrete entities that responds to message telling them to do something. Okay, so for example, say thing as a car, it will be having individual many parts, but the unique behavior is only known to the user. Next, we will see about object. Object have state as well as behavior. An object is an instance of a class. So if we consider the real world object, we are having many objects around us, example car, dog, human, and all the objects are having the state and behavior. So for example, if you consider a dog, the state is the name, breed, color, and the behavior is barking, eating, running, okay, moving the tail. Okay, these are the behavior. Like that, each and every object is having its own state as well as the behavior. Okay. Next is the class. A class is a template by which individual object can be created. It defines the attribute and behavior that an object will process. The software objects have the state as well as the behavior. So this is the class. Class name is dog and the attributes are breed, age and color, and that is the field, and the behavior is the barking, that is considered as a method. Okay, next we can know about the different variable types. So here we are having local variable, instance variable and class variable. A variable that is defined inside the method, constructor or a block are called the local variable. The variable will be declared and initialized within the method and the variable and will be destroyed when the method has completed. So this is what called the local variable. Next is called the instance variable. Instance variables are variable within a class but outside any method. These variables are initialized when the class is initiated. Instance variable can be accessed from inside any method, constructor or block of that particular class. Next is the class variable. So the class variable are variable that are declared within the class outside any method with the static keyword. So this class can have any number of methods to access the value of various kinds of method. Next is the encapsulation. Encapsulation is a mechanism that binds together code and data. It manipulates and keeps both safe from outside interference and misuse. In Java, the basis of encapsulation is the class. So there are mechanisms for hiding the complexity of the implementation inside the class. Each method or variable in a class may be marked private or public. The public interface of a class represents everything that external user of the class need to know or may know. The private method or data can only be accessed by the code that is a member of that class. Therefore, any other code that is not member of the class cannot access a private method or variable. Next is the inheritance. Inheritance is a process by which one object acquires the property of the another object. So in the diagram, see the animal is we can say it as a super class, and here are the base class, and it is derived by the mammal and reptile. That is, mammal will be having the similarities of the animal, and under mammal we are having the whale and dog, and reptiles we are having crocodile and the snake. See, dog is a part of the classification of mammal, which is in turn a part of the animal class. Without the use of hierarchies, each object would need to define all of its characteristics explicitly. However, by use of inheritance, an object need only define those qualities that make it unique within its class. It can inherit its general attribute from its parent. Thus, inheritance makes it possible for one object to be a specific instance of more general case. Next one is the polymorphism. So in Greek or meaning we can say it as a many form is a feature that allow one interface to be used for many general class of action. For example, a dog sense of smell is polymorphic. If a dog smell a cat, it will bark and run after it. If a dog smell its food, it will salivate and run to its bowl. The same sense of smell at work in both situations. So the difference is what is being smelled. That is the type of data being operated upon by the dog nose. So consider a stack. We might have program require three type of stacks. One stack used for integer value, one for floating point value, and one for character. The algorithm that implement each stack is the same even though data being stored differ. Next you will see in this topic just a gate question. Which one of the following are essential feature of the object-oriented programming language? See, abstraction, encapsulation, strictly typeness, type safe property coupled with type subtype rule. Polymorphism is the presence of inheritance. So the answer is B, the first one, the fourth one only. Okay. Just in this period we have learned about the basic concepts of abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, etc. Okay. Thank you. Another one question is there. Which of the following is associated with object? State, behavior, identity, all the above. The answer is all the above. Thank you.